Hi everybody, I'm Trainer Isabel and welcome back to Young Engineers. We're in Season 2 of Play Machines. Once again, it's a 10-part series where you learn about science, technology, engineering and mathematics in a cool, fun and exciting manner. Are you ready for a new experience? Let's go right into it. Now before we begin today's lesson, let's do a quick recap of what we have covered in Season 1. In Season 1, we talked about gears, how they work, what are they used in. We talked about what is speed increasing transmission, what's speed decreasing transmission, gear ratio and compounded gear ratio. Now, a quick quiz. Which of the following gears are the speed increasing transmission gear and which of the following gears are the speed decreasing transmission gears? Well, if you answered A for speed increasing transmission, that is correct, and B is this decreasing transmission. Why is this so? It's because if you did the gear ratio, you'll realize that in the set A's of gears, you will have more than 1 in terms of ratio, and set B lesser than 1. Moving on to today's lesson. In today's lesson, we'll be visiting the Orchid Country Club or the garden in your backyard. We are there to view a specific landscape called the lawn. What is a lawn? A lawn is a soil-covered land planted with uniform layers of grass without weeds. Now, what happens when the lawn grows too long? We'll need to trim it like how we go for a haircut. But are we going to do it manually with a pair of garden shears for huge, large areas? Like a soccer field? Chances are, no, it'll take many days and you'll be very, very tired. So, we came up with the invention called the lawn mower. In Singapore, you can see that we use often the portable lawn mower, the one that our landscape workers use to trim the grass around Singapore. And this portable lawn mower actually leaves the trimmed grass on the ground. While overseas, you will see that they use something called the electric cordless lawn mower. This lawn mower has its own bag, so when you trim the grass, it also collects the trimmed grass. Now, if you turn the lawn mower upside down, you will see that on the underside, they have blades to cut the grass with. Now, here's a question for you. Should you then trim the grass as short as possible? Now, if you have answered that you should cut the grass as short as possible, you are incorrect. We should leave it a little bit long. Now, why is this so? There are quite a number of reasons to it, but we're going to touch on some. Now, one of the reasons is this. The grass blade is the food-producing part of the plant. This is where photosynthesis takes place, and the plant produces the necessary food and nutrients for the good of the roots and the shoot. When this cut very short, the plant is unable to produce sufficient food. We would want the grass to produce as much food as possible and to store up food so that it is greener and healthier. Now, another reason is this. We're trying to reduce weed growth. Now, the weed seeds need sunlight to germinate. And if the sunlight cannot reach the weed seeds, they can't germinate. So by mowing high, we disallow the sunlight to reach the weed seeds, and thus is one of the best methods to control weeds. Now, the final reason is a longer grass blade will shade the ground underneath, keeping it cooler, meaning that it won't dry out as quickly when the grass is lawn short. It also means that the grass patch do not need as much water to sustain itself. Now that we've learned something about lawns, let's learn a bit about lawn mowing. Now in lawn mowing, there is a rule of 1/3 of an inch. So if the grass is 6 inches tall, you should should leave about 1/3 of an inch, which is 2 inches, after you trim it. Now, for our Singaporean friends, you know that what is an inch? Well, 1 inch is equivalent to 2.54 cm. So, if your grass is a bit tall, you can trim it down to 1/3 of an inch. Now let's move on to today's building sheet. Go to building sheet. Download lawn mower. Follow the steps to create your lawn mower. The steps in May are enhancements. You do not need to do them if you do not have the time. Once again, before we begin, let's go through our 4 rules. Our first rule is only use the part of your kids. Our second rule is always count. Our third rule is colors do not matter unless they are pins. And our fourth rule is always be prepared for class. Now that we've gone through our 4 rules, let's start building! Have you completed your models? Great if you've done so! Once again, upload the video of your models into Seesaw. You can also modify your models. We'll be looking forward and nominating the best models for this lesson. We've come to the end of class. I hope you learned something new, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Goodbye!